What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Stand On It podcast. My special guest tonight, Mr. Barry Brewer. Man, you must not have been on the internet if you are not familiar with the comedic sketches and everything like that they got going on right now. He's already in the building. We're about to get started. Welcome to the Stand On It podcast.
What's
What's going
up,
on?
sir? How you doing?
I'm doing great. How you?
I'm doing good.
Man, y'all been doing historical things, man. I love the way that you and your crew is moving. And
Thank you,
I
bro.
definitely wanted to get you on the show and just, I know people familiar with you, but just to let them see what you got going on, you can get them any updates and we can just have a good time.
Definitely, bro. Thanks for having me on.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So if y'all not already in tune, I'm gonna let y'all know. I'm gonna do the intro and I'm gonna introduce my guest. Welcome to the Stand On It podcast, where every day is a blessing. Every day is a good day to hustle and promote your brand. My special guest today on the program is Mr. Barry Brewer.
Thanks, bro, for having me.
Yes, sir. Hey, if y'all don't know, he does comedic sketches on YouTube. Plus, he just had a huge show, The Bruh, back in 2020. That was a Tyler Perry production, so I know that was real big for you.
Yeah, man, it was, bro. It was definitely a blessing, man. I've been grinding in this entertainment industry for a minute, man. So to see some things come to life is such a blessing, bro, for real.
Yo, that show was hella funny, but the thing I loved about it, watching y'all four guys, it was literally like I understood the whole concept of why y'all, instead of saying bro, of course I said bruh, but it was just perfect because y'all held each other down. Y'all had ups and downs, controversy. I mean, funny moments. It just covered all the bases. It was so realistic. I like the fact that it wasn't just one of them corny shows where you'd be like, what?
Yeah, thank you, bro. Yeah, man. Shout out to Tyler Perry for writing it and giving all of us opportunity to, collab together, man. I think it's a great cast. Sometimes you see, people that don't have chemistry in real life, it shows on camera. So all of us kind of connected, man, from my mama's character to everybody in our family, man. So it's just been an amazing ride.
Yo, definitely salute for that, man. Definitely
Thank you,
salute
bro.
for that. So I want to give the people a little background. So give them kind of a little bit of your journey, because we tend to get familiar with people when they already in the spotlight. So if you could just get them a little background on how you came up and got into the whole YouTube comedy and all that, like just a little bit of that.
Definitely, man. First of all, just my stand-up. I started stand-up comedy and I started in church. It was my first opportunity when I was a teenager in the church where I started to do stand-up. And at that point, I knew I wanted to do this. So I moved to Los Angeles to pursue television and film and to continue building in stand-up comedy. So I've been chopping away ever since. So maybe about 2 years ago, more than that, the internet started going crazy. So I was still going at it the old-fashioned way, hitting the stage, stand-up stages, auditioning for stuff, still trying to build my brand. And obviously, the internet was blowing up different comedians.
Yeah.
Me and my boy Big Jai, I used to write short films. I don't used to. I still did. I still do write. But I was writing because I often wanted to be in movie and television, so I write my own stuff. So Jai, that's his real name, Big Jai, directed a film for me because he was into cinematography and as it relates to shooting and things like that. And that's how me and him connected in. First in stand-up, then knew he did film. We started doing film. So he started getting real adamant in the sketch world. So my people who was helping me was like, man, you need to really start doing some stuff on the internet. Maybe you can collab with some different influencers, man, and that'll help you get your numbers up on social media. That'll get you bigger opportunities, da, 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 da. So I'm like, yeah, okay, cool. But I started looking at different people that wasn't collaborating, as it relates to the internet aspect of things. Okay. So my boy Big Jai was doing it. I was like, man, I like what he's doing. I think it's funny because as a stand-up comedian, you still have a reputation of if you're funny or not. You know what I mean? If you're funny, you don't want to go doing some whack stuff.
No, of course.
not compliment your work. So I really want to be selective with who, and you know, funny is it's subjective, but yeah. So anyway, long story short, I started collaborating with Big Job, man, and that sketch, The Whole Crew is Stupid, went crazy.
Did
And
it
people recognizing me from the sketch in the airport, and
for sure.
you know, it was surreal. Like, you know, and the crazy part, and I always knew this, but you really never know when your opportunity and how it's going to come. You think it's going to come from this direction. It comes out of the other way that you
Exactly.
never even anticipated. So from that, man, I've gotten some opportunities. We was able to put on a tour, and then, you know, auditioning for the first show I got was Games People Play, which is coming out with a second season starring Lauren London. And then I got Bruh. Yeah, man, thank you, brother. And so and then I got Bruh, and Bruh was we got a look from Bruh from The Whole Crew is Stupid with the opportunity to audition for Bruh. They saw that particular sketch,
Yeah, yeah.
and it gave us an opportunity to audition for the show. And man, went through all the steps in that and booked it, and it's been a great ride, man. That's probably been one of my most you know, just enjoyable moments in working on set is in that
For
show,
sure,
because
for
I get to
sure.
kind of do what I watched Martin and Jamie for so long, so I
Of
always
course.
look forward to being on a show where you can just kind of create in the moment, and Tyler Perry definitely allowed me that freedom, you know, to do that. So that's always fun.
Yo, if y'all didn't see the show, The Bruh, please go to your streaming services and go look that show up. Also, go look up his other show, Games People Play. Y'all got to get familiar. Y'all think these, don't get me wrong, the comedy skits is funny. The shorts is hilarious.
Thank
I
you.
love the camaraderie. Like I said, y'all got such a strong group that y'all roll with. And I love the fact that y'all all put each other on and y'all just running with it and y'all doing y'all thing. It's like y'all putting out a lot of content, but it's dope content. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You know, some
yeah.
people get caught up in quantity, but then the quality start falling off. But y'all keep each other sharp. It's iron sharpens iron for real with you guys, because y'all play off each other so well. And even the ladies like Miss Sade and you know, all of y'all just do y'all thing so well
Because there's still a
together.
competitive nature too amongst all of
I
them,
could
even though
tell.
it's
I
like a
could tell.
team.
Y'all be bringing the A game.
Yeah, they be trying to bring the heat to get like I'm trying to up, yeah, like, you know, in a friendly way, a friendly
Of
competition.
course.
But yeah, man, it's a blessing, bro, and all of them guys, that's just, and they all got great spirits outside of what their talent is, man. But yeah, I man, it's a blessing, bro. I can't say much about it because it wasn't something very strategic. It's just how God allowed the chips to fall, and I'm just grateful
Hey,
for that.
take them blessings, brother. Take them blessings. Because I'm telling you, when I first, I can't remember who it was, but somebody sent me, you know, a link, and I start watching the skit. And you know, I'm like, okay, it's gonna be internet funny. Nah, bro. I said, these dudes are hilarious. Then I started watching more skits, seeing the females. I said, damn, they were picking some fine females for these skits, boy. I said, but these girls is talented. These girls be bringing the fire. And then I realized all of them got channels. Everybody got a channel, and I just started tapping in and subscribing to everybody. I'm like, yo,
Thank you,
they
bro. We appreciate the support for sure.
y'all bringing the heat. No, y'all putting it on.
Thank
Y'all
you.
putting it on. Y'all need to know that. Y'all following. When I told people that I was going to have you on the program, the excitement level was through the roof. People was super happy. They wanted to know, like, yo, I'm be in the comments, man. I'm be talking. I said, man, I ain't going to be able to read all them comments, brother. But y'all make sure y'all put them in there because he might be able to scan through a few or whatever. But the excitement that y'all have brought to the game, like you said, there's one way that we know comedy. You know, we know it from stand-up, and we know it from people having like Netflix comedy specials and stuff like, you know, stuff like that. But the way that y'all went to the internet with it and kind of just boom, 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 man, epic,
Thank you.
epic.
Thank you, man. We appreciate it, bro, and we appreciate all the love, man. Because that's why we do it, right? To entertain, obviously, to build our brands, man. So it's a win-win when people are enjoying it, and we're able to continue to build our brand and know people, hey, we here, and this is what we do.
Oh yeah, y'all definitely building them brands up, man. Y'all definitely building them brands because, like I said, right now I'm in Atlanta, and
Okay.
I got people in New York, people out there in California, Florida, Texas, whatever. Y'all know, people know what's up with y'all. So the internet, what I love about it, is it take you everywhere. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even if you didn't get there yet, they already see you. So the internet is beautiful for that.
It really is, man. And you know, you really don't know how many people has seen you, right? And so it's a blessing, man. And the objective is just to continue to build, you know. So that's what I'm trying to do for sure.
Mm. So speaking of comedy, who are your comedic influences? Like, who did you mimic as a kid?
Man, Martin Lawrence #1 for sure. Martin Lawrence and Jamie Foxx. Those are the two people
Oh
that,
yeah, they both had hilarious shows.
man, that I really admired. Their shows were the staples for me. Obviously, In Living Colors was that, but
Yo, go
yeah,
ahead, go ahead.
yeah, no, that's it. Just them two and Sinbad.
Yo, the thing about Sinbad, I didn't get him when I was younger. I didn't get him a lot. But then as I started maturing, then a lot of his jokes and, you know, the way he gave that comedic, serious role on A Different World, like a lot of his stuff I didn't get in the beginning. But as I got more mature and I learned more about life, then I started catching a lot more of his stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah,
I saw a movie when I was younger with him that made me fall in love with him. It was two movies. One was The Cherokee Kid, and the other one was House Guest. And that's what made me fall in love with him when I was younger. I just thought he was goofy and funny. I was like, this little chubby tall dude is hilarious, you know?
Yeah.
So, hey, Prince, I loved it, man. So, yeah, those are my three people I always say. Obviously, Martin was just so much, you know, one of my big influences. All three of them definitely played a part in me wanting to be funny.
There's so many great comedians, man. Like I said,
it really is.
Like when I look at the Richard Pryors and the Eddie Murphys and the Bernie Macs and the Chris Rocks, and it's so many people. And I know that's got to be challenging. You know, y'all coming into a space where it's so many legends, and then now y'all making y'all mark. And it's like, it's got to be dope to just receive that love. Like, because y'all live in an instant era. You know, they didn't live in an instant era where people could instantly tell them how they felt about what they did. You know, they had to run into people or they had to, you know, it was a little different. But now it's like, soon as you press upload, bam, the comments just start flooding in, the DMs and everything just start coming. So how was it for you? Like, was it a transition, or was it like you was kind of already used to it because you was doing all the stand-up comedy and you was already kind of used to dealing with people on that level?
Yeah, I mean, it's levels to it for sure. You know, everybody be like, oh man, I call it being a little popular. That's what I call it, because I feel like I can still get on the bus. You know, and that's that's my star rater test.
Well, I hope I don't see you on a bus, because then I'm gonna start wondering about them checks from them shows. I'm gonna be like, whoa, wait a minute.
Hey,
Black Hollywood, I did them dirty. Be on a bus.
It don't matter, bro. They can wonder about it. I'll be on the bus and still be good. So it's all good.
I feel you.
I'm that dude that, you know, I understand. I've been in Hollywood a long time before I got any real popularity, you know, because I think where I'm at now is just a little popularity. I don't really think I'm famous or big yet. I don't. Because I've seen famous.
Yeah.
I've seen famous. I've seen, like, when you can't walk out your door and every time you walk out and paparazzi's out there, that's when you famous.
I got you.
You know what I mean? Like, ain't nobody looking for me. I can go to Walmart and half this 99.9% of the store won't know me. It'd be one person, two people, three people, maybe. Like, hey, man, I like it. Thank you, brother. I'm a regular guy. One lady, now, I did have this one instance when one lady, I was at this store called At Home, and she did not believe I was me. She saw the show, bruh. And she's like, you look just like this dude on this shout that's out with Tyler Perry, but I know you're not him because you wouldn't be in this store shopping. I was like, why wouldn't that character be in this show shopping? Like, you don't think he's a regular person? She's like, he wouldn't be in here. And so my wife was looking at me. She's like, you gonna tell her? I was like, I'm him. She like, you ain't him. She did not believe I was myself.
That is funny. That had to be funny. Especially because, like you said,
What's up, Preacher Lawson? Yeah, man. Thank you, man. But again, like I said, man, I don't ever want to get too ahead of myself, bro. It's levels to this, and I've been in Hollywood for years to see people get some popularity and they start feeling themselves, and you don't even know who they are tomorrow. You know, and
Yeah.
I can name some names that I've seen that co-starred with some big heavy hitters. They was in big movies, and you don't know them today. So
Yeah.
so after seeing that so many times, you don't get caught up into that. You grateful to
Yeah,
get
yeah.
any
Be
work and to
grateful
get any
always.
level of popularity, because the objective is to build your star, but you don't want to lose your way. You know what I'm saying? You don't be like, yeah, I'm on, yeah, what's shit? Like, I just
Yeah,
think
yeah,
that
yeah.
that's
I feel
I
you.
think that's ingredients for a great fall. You know what I mean?
But I think that's what's actually
Good
going to
time.
help your longevity, and that's
Yeah.
what's going to help your brand be even better. The fact that you have that humility and know that, guess what? I'm on, but I'm going to keep working. I'm going to keep giving y'all the dope content, and I'm going to let my brand just build, build, build. I'm not even going to get gassed at all. I'm just going to keep providing y'all what I've been doing and feeding my content. You got to feed. You know, people don't understand. We live in an era where you have to feed the people. You can't just be like, oh, I did this, I did that. They're going to be like, okay, that was nice, but what are you doing now? You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You're right. You're right. That's
So
exactly right.
So that's dope that you've already done, the games people play. And then right after that, boom, you said, okay, here go another opportunity. And I like this. It's a good look. And you went for that and you knocked that out the park. So it's like you letting your resume speak for itself. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, exactly right, man. And you just can't stop building, and you can't lose your way. You can't, because the moment, you definitely want to appreciate where you are, but as you climbing that mountain, you don't want to stop looking up and seeing how you get to that next level. You want to definitely be grateful about getting thus far and look back and say, hey, thank you, Jesus, that I made it this far.
For
But I,
sure.
I don't want to get stuck here. I want to stop looking like, yeah, look at where I'm at now, looking down at
Yeah,
people that's still trying to climb up. You're like, no,
exactly.
you can make it out here. Keep coming, and then I'm gonna keep going too. And that's how I look at it.
Nah, that's dope. And then, I always tell people,
Thank you,
first,
man.
you got to believe in you. That's the first step to every process is believe in yourself. Then
100%.
the second step, they got to invest in themselves. So that could be traveling, that could be networking, whatever it is. You have to put it out there. You can't just say, "I know it's good. I know it's good." You got to let people see that it's good.
You are dead on, bro. And that's the ingredients to where I'm at right now. Like people are like, man, how did you da 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 da? It's exactly that. It's believing in myself. I don't know if you saw my stand-up special. Yet it's called Chicago I'm Home. My hour stand-up special is on Amazon Prime. Um,
Woo!
so
Hey, don't repeat that. They need to hear that again. The hour-long special on Amazon Prime. You said Chicago, I'm home.
Yep, Chicago I'm Home. Sorry, I had a call come through. Chicago I'm
Hey,
Home on Amazon Prime. That's my hour special, man. My debut stand-up special. Please check that out. But
definitely.
I was talking about believing in yourself and investing in yourself, and that's exactly what I did. Some of my classmates in comedy was Little Rail, Tiffany Haddish. These are the people that's kind of been working alongside of me
Yeah,
way before they hit big. And so thanks, Cliff. He said he seen it. But I was really looking at them like, man, they got, Kevin Hart kind of helped with the first stand up for Lil Rel, and then obviously Tiffany hit big, and then, you seeing all of your peers kind of win, and you're like, man, who's going to
yeah.
invest in me? Who's going to do this for me? And the truth of the matter is that you got to, thank you, New York, that's my guy. You got to invest in yourself. And so I had to put my pieces together and say, hey, you know what? I'm ready to put my special out. And that special was produced by me and my team.
Now
And
that's what I like to hear.
yeah,
That's what I like to hear.
and that was before, bruh, that was before games people played. That was before even that whole crew of Stupid went crazy, you
Wow.
know. So that's just me. I call it stacking bricks. I'm building something here, and every accomplishment I've ever gotten is just me putting another brick on my building that I'm putting together. And so that's how I look at it, man. But yes, everything you said is 100% accurate. And I think people sometimes look at other people that's moving and getting to different places, and we admire them. There's nothing wrong with admiring them, but understand that you can get there too. And whatever
Exactly.
your dreams is, and whatever the things that you desire for yourself, there's nothing more special about that next person than it is you. It's just that they had the grit to stay with it, not give up, and no
Yep.
matter what moments look dark and dim, they cried, they they spit, they failed, they got up,
Yeah.
and they just kept going. And then you're seeing the fruit of that. You're seeing the fruit of
Exactly.
that. You're seeing the what they sow. You're seeing the what they're reaping now. So man, I'm it's a blessing, bro. So that's why I try to do
That's so sweet.
anybody that asks me to do an interview, for the most part, bro, I try to do it, man, because I remember, man, I was just months ago trying to get it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm grateful that
Yeah.
somebody even want to interview me. I don't want to lose that. I can't do them all, but I'm grateful that somebody want to have me on their platform.
Nah, I super respect for the fact that you hollered back personally, and then you made it happen. You made it happen, and I respect you for that, because you could have easily left it on scene and just kept going about your day. But you was, like you said, the humility in you made you remember, like, yo, you know what? It ain't nothing. Let me make it happen. It's 20 minutes, 30 minutes out my life, but it can help something, and it's a good look. So I appreciate
That's
your
exactly
respect
right.
for it.
I appreciate that, man. That's exactly the truth too. And you from New York, bro. You from New York, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm from Chicago. You know what I'm saying? White Sox, South Side.
Yeah, I see. I was going to get to it when you said Chicago, I'm home, and then I saw the White Sox. I was about to put it together.
I'm from the crib, bro. And the one thing I learned way before I moved to LA, man, is never forget where you come from. One, also remember what it was to get to whatever. I always thought this way before I got to any level of popularity. It's just like, don't forget how it felt to be there. Don't forget how it felt to be looked over, how it felt to be, oh, you ain't nothing, you can't do nothing for me. The person that's on their way up, that's trying to put the pieces together.
Yes.
Naturally, when you get something of popularity, or you get some level of success, everybody want to pull on you, but respectfully so, because that's where they're trying to go. So I'm not even offended. If I can help you, I'm going to help you. That's just what I believe I'm meant to do. But sometimes I remember people playing me to the left. I remember Steve Harvey told me, he's like, I ain't helping nobody. This is 2004. I was on Coming to the Stage on BT. It's a comedy competition I did.
I was about to say, I remember that show.
Yeah, I was on the second season. A lot of people don't remember the second season. They remember the first season with Lil JJ.
Yeah, with the little dude, yup.
Yeah, the shout out. He in Atlanta. That's my guy. Great kid, man. Well, he's a grown man now, but I knew him when he was a kid still. But he said, man, you got to get it like I got it. And he was, and I think there's a level of that I understand now, being a father, of what he was saying, because you want to appreciate the grind. But I also think that generations come along to make life a little better for the generations to come, right? Yeah. We don't have to deal with some of the things that our ancestors had to deal with. You know what I mean? And the civil rights movement and all that happened. Now we dealing with what we're dealing with on a different level, but we're here now to make change and make life better for our generations. And then that's their job, for generations and generations and generations. Exactly. So I say that, bro, like when somebody hit me up to do something like this, it's just like, how is that hurting you? I mean, my time is precious, but if I can give my time in helping someone else's platform hopefully grow, or that's a blessing, man, all day.
I super respect that. So we're gonna go to the White Sox hat.
Let's go.
What made you pick the White Sox hat and not a Bears hat and not a Bulls hat? We want to know why you picked the White Sox.
Respect. First of all, the White Sox is on the south side of Chicago, so that's where I'm from. The Bears is like by downtown off of Lakeshore Drive.
Okay.
The United Center, where the Bulls play, is on the west side of Chicago.
Gotcha.
And the United Center is where the Blackhawks play as well, our hockey team. And the Cubs, who's the other baseball team, is on the north side of the city. So the White Sox hat, for me personally, represents the south side of Chicago. People say, which baseball team I'm not even a big baseball fan.
Yeah, but it's just what it represents.
It's just what it represents. It represents
I feel you.
And I like black, so.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Hey, so it's funny you said that.
For me. Yeah.
No, it's funny you said that, because normally I got on my New York hat, right? I couldn't tell you no stats from the Yankees. I couldn't tell you nothing. I couldn't tell you how many wins, how many losses. I couldn't tell you who got traded, nothing. But that New York hat for me represents home, the crib. So it's important that I rock it. And you know what I mean? So it's in constant rotation. So I understand exactly what you're saying. 100%.
So, exactly right.
So let me ask you, being Man, so California, that's a huge difference. So going from Chicago to moving out to California, what kind of transition? Like, how did you deal with that transition?
Man, I was so young, I didn't even feel it because I was super young, bro, and I had never been to LA before I moved there. I just
Oh
moved there.
wow.
I had never been there. Um, I say this, man, I'm a spiritual person, man, so I don't want to sound too deep, but I believe when God is in something, I'm not gonna say you don't have your difficulties because you will, but there's certain things that's not as hard. You know what I mean? And so I really think that it was meant for me, and God allowed this the transition to be smooth. He allowed me to have a place to live for 2 weeks until I got a job. I got to play. I was a musician, so I got to play for this church and got a gig playing, making like $250 a week. So that was cool to not
And
come.
you was grateful for that 250.
Man, it helped me get a place over my head. I got my first place. I got to stay. I rented out this room in Compton for like $400 a month. And this black man rents out these 2 rooms. It's kind of like you can walk through the back and go up and you have your own entrance. It's like,
Oh,
he
okay.
got like an indoor back porch that you walk through, and then you walk upstairs and it's 2 rooms with a bathroom you have to share. And it has, like a little microwave, a little refrigerator in the room, and he rented it out for $400. And that's where I stayed for a long time. And it was him and his daughter. He was raising his daughter. Great guy. No nonsense guy, real old school, like strict, but great person.
Yeah.
I told him what I was out there to do. He said, come out here, take care of business. Don't get caught up in all of this that's going on out here, and these drugs and these women.
Yeah. It's a lot of temptation out there.
And yeah, man, I've been rocking ever since. So it was such a journey, bro. Maybe 7 years ago, I bought my first house in LA. And that
Wow.
was such an
Absolutely, man.
accomplishment. Man, thank you. From coming to living in Compton, living in a room, to being a young man, to buy a home in the city of Los Angeles was a great accomplishment. So I remember that moment because I was reminded of that move, and I was reminded of that transition. So it was easy. I can't say it was easy because I'm so far removed from it, but whatever challenges it never discouraged me in believing that I wasn't meant to be there. I always believed that that's what it was meant to be. And I think there was very clear signs that was what was meant for me. So, yeah.
No, that's dope. So what helped you keep the deep connection back to Chicago? Was it like visiting relatives and
All
all
the
that?
time. Man, from the first year I moved to Cali, I always met people that worked for the airlines. It was like like God sends. And I would go back home like 4 or 5 times a year.
Wow.
Yeah, I
That's nice.
stayed.
That's real nice.
I would stay coming back home. I stayed coming back home to see my mom. And then how many years later? Maybe 6 years later, I had a son with somebody from Chicago. We had our son in LA, and then we broke up, and she took my son back to Chicago. So for the past 10 years, or 9 years, I've been going back like monthly during
Yeah,
the school year,
constantly.
like way more than 5 times.
Nah, I
So
feel you. I feel you. No, that's
yeah,
dope that you keep that connection back to home base. And
yeah,
it's dope that the kids get to see
yes,
your
for sure.
grind and now they get to see, you know what I mean? I'm glad that you told them back in 2004, this is what I was doing. It's 2021. So they got to appreciate that grind. They
Man,
got to appreciate that grind.
thank you, beautiful man.
Because you
That
could have
grind,
gave up in year 5. We wouldn't be talking to you right now.
bro. I could
You
have
could have
gave
gave
up
up in year
in
10.
year
We wouldn't be
16.
talking to you.
In year 16, I wouldn't even be here talking to you,
See what
bro.
I mean?
And things
So,
literally just started opening up like a year and a half ago, to be honest with you. If you really want to be real, like that's when I got my first TV opportunity. That's when I got my, and things are starting to open up from there. But the one thing I hold on, man, is to don't give up. It's a scripture I keep near and dear to my heart. It's becoming my favorite. I had another favorite, but this one's becoming my favorite. It says, the race is not given to the swift nor the strong, but the one that endureth to the end. And
mm,
I think I apply it to my life. So it means that you don't even have to be the greatest. You don't have to have it all together. You can miss the boat, miss just the mark millions of times. Just don't give up. Just keep going.
Don't give up.
Yes, don't give up.
Hey.
I don't care. But it don't look like I'm gonna win. I tell my son that I don't care. When he plays basketball, I'm like, until it's
Keep
0-0-0,
keep
never
going.
give up. Never give up. And that is my motto in my life. And it's helped me thus far. And I plan on taking it all the way to the wheels fall off.
Nah, for sure, for sure. I'm glad that I had you on here because a lot of entrepreneurs watch my show. A lot of YouTubers watch my show. A lot of people that want to be music artists watch my show. And they always ask me for advice. And, you know, I like to have guests because they get a different perspective. You get what I'm saying? If I just talk every week, then they just get in my perspective. But the fact that every week or every episode, they get to see a different person tell a story and they get to see the common theme is, yeah, they got to have some talent, but they definitely had to invest in themselves and they had to keep grinding. They had to keep grinding. Now you know them. Now they got 100,000 views. Now they got 40,000 followers. Now they got a TV appearance or a TV show. Yeah, now. The key word is now they got that. But that's not how it started.
That's exactly right. I met Chris Tucker years ago. I used to play the organ for Bishop Noel Jones. He's a mega preacher in LA, and he's really close with Chris Tucker. So he's like, he talks really articulate and very well. He's like, I'm going to connect you with Chris Tucker. And he calls Chris Tucker and puts me on the phone with Chris Tucker. And I get to meet Chris Tucker at this comedy club. And I'm like, man, it's Chris Tucker. And I asked him, like, what advice can you give me? And I'm thinking he's going to give me the keys to the city. Like, just keep working, man. Just keep working. And I always used to laugh about that because I was like, what? What kind of advice is that? And
yeah. Like, I waited all week for that.
It was so nonchalant. Just keep working, man. Just keep working. And I was just like, but the truth of the matter was, that was true.
That was it. That was it. Yeah.
He wasn't lying. Like, even though it wasn't, and that's the funny thing, sometimes wisdom and some things that you need may not be so profound. It may not be this poetry. It may be just very simple. Keep working. Keep working. That's it. And it's the foundation of what will be for you and your dreams and the things you're trying to aspire to. So, man, bro, I get very passionate about that, man. I get very passionate about people getting to their dreams. I get passionate about seeing people come to life and get to what they want. You know, and life is hard, man. I'm going through a situation now, just to be very vulnerable with you, surrounding my child, man. But I just want to be optimistic and say, you know what, just keep going. Just keep going, man. And I like to be vulnerable and honest. I saw my man in New York talking about my motivational Mondays, bro, because at the end of the day, social media, you doing what you're doing, I'm doing what I'm doing. Everybody who's in this room right now has dreams, has things that they want to get to. And they're trying to pull from everywhere to get some resources and tangible things that can help them get to those things, right? Like literally, like every day you watching something, you're learning something. Okay, who can I network with? Who can I talk to? You seeing who can I have on my podcast? Who can I interview? Because I'm trying to build my podcast game, my brand up, and
for sure.
You get what I'm saying? And sometimes life can kick your butt where it will make you want to quit. So that's why I'm like, just keep going. Just keep going. And you'll look up and people are like, man, look at how you got there. Sometimes you won't even be able to have all the, like, you can look back and like, oh, I don't even know. Like, I just kept going and I failed and I just ended up here. People think you being like arrogant and you don't want to tell them. You're like, no, I really don't know. You know what I mean? So
I super respect, like I said, I super respect the fact that you can share it. You know, a lot of people can't, okay, they're a personality, right, that we like. But then when we look at the person, it's like, what? You know what I mean? It's like, I like the fact that your comedy is great. Your TV shows, great. We love your entertainment. But now we can appreciate you as a person. And I think that's super dope. I think that's the difference between an overnight celebrity and someone who we could talk about down the line, who we years later, people be like, man, great guy. you know, they be proud to say, yeah, I worked with him. I know him. I grew up with him. Instead of, who? Ah, he's an ass. Or, oh, who? Oh, man, you don't want to meet him for real. You know, that's the difference. You know what I'm saying? This is your
Yes, and I
legacy.
never want to be that person. Oh my God. I hate meeting those people. I've met some of them people I was so big fans of, and it's just such a disappointment. So I
Yeah, they
pray I'm
ruined it.
never that.
They ruined it.
Yeah, oh my God. And you
Now
know,
I can tell. I can tell you care about your legacy, how you seen as a man, how you seen as a husband, how you seen as a father, and then the dope content is like the icing on the cake. You get what I'm saying? It's
yes,
like the fact that you have that talent that you can share with the world and you can help us forget about what we went through at work that day or whatever's going on in our life for that 5 minutes or that hour-long special or that 30-minute TV show. Like the joy that you can bring to us to, you know, give us a outlet to enjoy. That's dope. That's a talent and that's your gift. And it's good that you were able to use your blessings to provide for you and your family and just bring it full circle.
yes, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it greatly, man. That's what you work for. You know, that's what you should.
Sure.
I believe you should aspire to do as any and everybody. To be your character matters more. When you die, um, people will always remember how you made them feel. You know,
Sure.
it's unfortunate that everybody won't think, even as great of a guy as I may come across to you, I learned this, even in that chase to be a great guy, you're going to be the monster in somebody's story too.
That's true.
You know, unfortunately.
You
Um,
can't save everybody and you can't be everybody's favorite.
exactly. And that's okay. You do the best you can do and you leave it all out there. And when it's all said and done, you hope to have more people so grateful that they knew you and you can contribute something to their life. And you're gonna
Sure.
have some people over there that don't feel the same, and it's okay. So legacy. You said that earlier about legacy, man. I do care about that because that's what matters to me. Because
Yeah.
after I'm here, I can't take my talents with me. I can't take any of that. I hope that what I did is leave something that can continue to remain and move forward as my life is over. When my life is over.
That's basically like the principle that I live by is building a legacy. And that's why you see behind me on the wall, it say life is legacy. That's the name of my clothing brand. Your life
Oh,
is your legacy.
I
And
like
that's why I
that.
got the shirt on. Your life is your legacy. Because I live by that. I want people to know, like, yo, I grinded as hard as I could with that podcast. I wanted to bring y'all the best guests that I could. I wanted to have y'all be inspired. I wanted y'all to feel energized. I wanted y'all to feel entertained. I didn't want to just get on here and say, go get a book, learn how to hustle. Go get a book, learn how to be financially stable. No, I want to give you real deal. Like you see how we on here, we comfortable. We got our hats on. We got our t-shirts on. We just having a great conversation and we giving out jewels. And that's the type of program I wanted to have. And I just super thank you for coming through. And
Thank you.
it was everything I expected it to be and more because you were so open and just cool with it. So I'm super happy for that.
Man, thanks so much, man. For real. I appreciate you having me on.
For sure. Hey, man, you got so much that you already put out there. I don't know if you got anything coming up in the spring or the summer that you want to give out, but
Yeah, bruh, the second season will be coming back in the spring, so you should be hearing something about that next month or so. And then Games People Play will be hitting in the fall. So yeah, I'm definitely going, and I'll be dropping a musical album out in the summer called Beautiful Monster. So I'm excited about that. I
a
do
music album.
Yeah.
You just dropped that out the bag. I didn't even know.
I do music. I sing, I songwrite, I play keys.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hey, so you're gonna be out here in Atlanta shooting the second season at the Tyler Perry
Yeah, we shoot
compound?
both shows in Atlanta right now, actually. So yeah.
Okay.
Both of them.
Definitely, man. Definitely. Yeah, we definitely gotta link up, man. You're a super cool dude. I would love to just, you know what I mean, pick your brain a little bit just about life. Just about life. But
let's do it.
Thank you so much, Mr. Barry Brewer.
Thank you, brother. I
Games
appreciate
People
you, man.
Play. Go check that out. Catch up with that first season. Bruh, make sure y'all go stream that. Catch up with that first season. Make sure that hour-long comedy special, Chicago I'm Home. Make sure y'all go stream that. Y'all gotta, man, if y'all not familiar, type his name on YouTube, go streaming them shows. And after that, man, that resume speak for itself. Y'all gonna know what's up. If y'all don't know now, y'all gonna definitely know after that.
I hope so. Thank you, bro. I appreciate you.
No, I super appreciate you.
Appreciate
Thank
you, boy. Have a great night.
You too.
All right, peace.
Hey, man, y'all seen it? Another great episode of the Stand On It podcast. Barry Brewer came through, blessed us, gave us knowledge, let y'all know about the grind. Never giving up is what it takes, man. Never giving up. Like you said, you ain't got to be the best. You ain't got to be the fastest, but you definitely can't give up. And with that being said, I'm just going to tell y'all, like I always tell y'all, invest in yourself, believe in yourself, and take action. And y'all know I don't leave no episode of the Stand On It podcast without playing the theme song by my homie, R Breeze 518. Let's go.
If it's shit you believe in, you stand on it. You ain't well served, gotta land on it. 10 toes down, I'ma stand on it. Know it's double as soon as my hand on it. Get it first from the ground, cause we stand on it. Market and scheme, still like flare on it. Live on IG, it's the podcast, stand on it. Look, if they speaking our language, then let them in. Chopping it up with some veterans. Just planning to stack up some presidents. Real recognizes as real as it's ever been. Only thing changing the whip and the resonance. Look, we all hustlers, hit them. You see what we peddling. Now working through business with peace motivated to get to the bag. Entrepreneurial scheming on cash. Manifesting our dreams with action. Tell me what you stand on. God, really what you stand on. A platform to put your fam on. A network to keep the fam strong. It's the podcast and the brodies as real as it gets. Gotta check logic management services. Any topic you chopping, just sit on and watch it. It's up with logic you covered like laminate. Tune in on the grams of the podcast, stand on it. If it's shit you believe in, you stand on it. You ain't well served, gotta land on it. 10 toes down, I'ma stand on it. Know it's double as soon as my hand on it. Get it first from the ground, cause we stand on it. Market and scheme, feel like flare on it. Live on IG is the podcast, stand on it.
I want to thank everybody for tuning in to another episode of the Stand On It podcast. I want to thank my special guest, Mr. Barry Brewer. Make sure y'all go over to YouTube, like, comment, subscribe to the Stand On It podcast YouTube channel. And we're going to keep bringing you this fire content. Hey.